What's shakin' bacons? Today we interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to accommodate a rant from me. Well, is that technically interrupting regularly scheduled programming? Because I kind of go on rants a lot, but I digress. Today it's a rant about a product, specifically the Logitech C922X Pro Stream webcam. This pile of garbage, I cannot even tell you how angry I am. I just left the most scathing, livid review about this on Amazon. So in an effort to try and make my video quality better, because I have not regularly, like on a recurring basis, streamed and uploaded YouTube videos before, and I'm trying to be better about doing it, I splurged and I decided, I was like, okay, maybe I'll get myself a better camera for my computer. So I looked and I compared a couple ones that were like in the price range that I could swing. And I thought, okay, this C922X sounds pretty good. It's supposed to be great, and it's supposed to have, 1080p at 60 FPS, and it has automatic background replacement, so I wouldn't have to like buy an extra green screen and do all that fun stuff. So I thought, okay. I'll spend the extra, like double the price from the base model, and I'll get the C922X Pro Stream webcam, because in addition to doing my YouTube videos, I also stream my gaming sessions on Twitch. So if you're interested, you can follow me there. It's twitch.tv/travelerswarden. So I was like, all right, this is allegedly a good product. I'm going to give this a shot. So what I didn't realize is when I ordered this on Amazon, all of the happy reviews about this item are actually for the one before this item, the C920. This one is garbage. I cannot believe the amount of frustration and headache I have had in the several days that I have had the misfortune to own this. First of all, it is completely incompatible with just about everything related to any later version of Windows, even though it says that it is. You always get some kind of error message saying you need drivers. Guess what? Logitech does not provide drivers for this model of webcam. I searched their website, I searched the World Wide Web, I went through Microsoft, I dug high and low. Turns out no drivers exist for this POS. None. No drivers exist for this. So right off the bat, because the drivers don't exist, you do not get the 1080p. Your computer, if you run on Windows, if you're using this on Windows, will not recognize this as HD. I film right now with a C615, which came out years and years ago at this point. That thing, I plug it in, immediately recognizes HD 1080p. This one, it gave me the highest option. It was 800 by 400. And this is supposed to be their latest webcam for pro streamers. Granted, I'm not a pro, but I wanted what the pro streamers use, and it was on sale. All right? Give me a break. So in addition to that, the sound quality is awful. So this thing is supposed to have, you see these two like ugly wing flaps on the side? Those are supposed to be like its amazing microphone with stereo quality. Wrong again. Sounds like you're in a wind tunnel. It sounds like that Vine where like Thomas the Tank Engine just busts out of nowhere for like no contextual reason, and it's just so blown out. It's like it's like that, except constantly. The audio is terrible. Also a well-known problem, also has no fix for this problem, just like the driver situation has no fix. And P.S., you can't run this in any kind of compatibility mode that helps downgrade with the driver issue. The other thing I have with it, sometimes the computer just won't recognize it. Logitech's own software will not recognize it. I'll plug it in, start the software, nothing. Unplug it, plug it in, start the software, nothing. Close the software, reopen the software, suddenly it's there. Close the software, reopen the software, nothing. The same thing for OBS Studio. OBS Studio is what I use to stream on Twitch. Sometimes it's what I use to record YouTube videos. I will have this camera recognized in one scene of OBS Studio and not in another scene of OBS Studio. The settings are the same. Just for some reason, it's like, sure, I'll show up on your gaming stream for you. And then I'm like, well, what about my YouTube scene? And it's like, nah, I can't be bothered. Go on. That's too much work. Are you kidding me? Nah. It's just so inconsistent. And then the primary reason I got this was because I didn't want to have to buy a green screen. At this point, I have resigned myself to the fact that I know that I will need to buy a green screen. But I was hoping to avoid it. This is supposed to allegedly prevent you from having to purchase a physical green screen by doing it automatically using ChromaCam software. What they don't freaking tell you is that ChromaCam software only works on 32-bit Windows. It doesn't work on anything else. And if you're a gamer, or if you're doing a lot of like video editing or high processing, or like a lot of heavy duty graphics work on your machine, chances are you probably have a 64-bit machine because it's just capable of doing more. And I have a very high processing computer. And so the reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of the Logitech support and the ChromaCam support were like, oh, well, your computer must just not process well enough. No, I have a good computer. My husband builds computers for fun. He built my computer, and I helped him build my computer. I have a very good computer. This thing with the ChromaCam software, not recognized at all. And then when I started digging online into different forums and like Logitech and ChromaCam help sessions, turns out it is a known issue that ChromaCam not only works with 32-bit Windows, it also breaks anytime there's a Windows update because the software is so terrible and they refuse to upgrade it because they have this lucrative deal with Logitech or something like that. So this is such a piece of garbage, and I thought maybe I was just an idiot and I couldn't figure out this new technology. And I've just been sitting here like, my God, I'm an IT specialist. Why can't I figure out this tech? That's because it's garbage. And when I finally started digging online and seeing like what other people were saying about this item, I am not the only person who has this problem, and just about everyone online is also like, what the heck is with this camera? This is such a bad quality camera. So if you were in the market for a new webcam, first of all, I'm using the old C615, and it recognized immediately on my machine as 1080p. It still works great. I mean, it's not like wicked high tech compared to what's going on nowadays, but this was a little bit of an upgrade for me from the older one that I had. Do not go with this one. Get the C920 or something like that, because this C922X, it has different software than the 920. It doesn't have drivers like the 920 does. It's incompatible unlike the 920. Like, this all around is just a piece of garbage product. I am so unimpressed with this, and I am so shocked that Logitech had the nerve to put this out there as a viable item for consumers to look at or even consider. Like, I'm genuinely shocked. This is like the Star Wars The Last Jedi of webcams. I am so bewildered and disappointed based on the specs and what was promised to me or hinted at being promised to me by what this product could deliver versus how it actually performs and what it actually ended up being. Like, I am astounded at the poor quality of this. So I'm going to end my rant per usual. I'll try and end it here. This was the 922X Logitech Pro Streamer webcam. It's terrible. Don't waste your money. Get the C920 or even go for an older model because they're still better than this one, and this is their latest and greatest. So don't get this. It's terrible. And actually, I wanted to do a quick review rant on this before I send it back because I angrily contacted Amazon and I was like, this is not living up to any of the specs or any of the claims that Logitech has made in the item description, and that is false advertising, and I refuse to let them keep my money for something that doesn't work and doesn't live up to what they claim it does. So I hope you guys have much better luck with your webcams, and end rant.